Hello, my royals. I'm DarkriseKnight. Welcome back to another episode of, I guess, Mario and Luigi Brothership adjacent stuff. This is just going to be a little bonus episode for people who want to watch it. This is no way. I guess you don't have to watch this if you don't feel like it, but this is just something fun for us to do. I'm going to be ranking some few things. I will be ranking bros attacks, bosses, and islands. I will also talk about a little bit about the plugs, but we'll get there when we get there. So first off, we have the battle attacks. Starting off with Luigi's first. Green Shell. I guess I should mention the tiers are S, A, B, C, and D. I guess I can do this off the bat. Connector's D. I've stated my grievances with his bros attacks. You get it super late. The challenge you get, you have to do basically a lot, and I feel like it's not worth it. And I feel like the damage is not worth it either. I've seen someone make this attack work. I don't like it. Do not like it. I can't say anything more of that. It's just bad. Alright, Green Shell. To me, Green Shell is kind of C. It's good when you get it, but the problem after you get it is that you have a lot of aerial enemies as well. So I feel like that's the biggest problem, is that the aerial enemies just avoid it as well. And you primarily use bros attacks where you get snappers in the boss fight as well, in the fights as well. So, no. Green Shell, C. Zappinator. I was in the middle of the road. I think, honestly, if you need to get that chip damage in, because it does about 300-ish damage on good days when you're really high level, it's enough to do that good chip damage and get that good spread chip damage as well. So I think it's just the middle of the road. Jump Helmet, on the other hand, I think that's an S. I think it's a really hard-hitting attack. I find it weird they gave it to Luigi, of all people. But, good damage. Especially if you're doing the challenge for the max damage one, which is pretty easy to do with this one, with the jump helmet. So, yeah. Yoo-hoo Cannon. I go A, B, actually, middle of the road. I'm not that big of a fan of it. I enjoy it because I enjoyed Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, but... And they did do it really better in this game, but... Actually, I'm going to bring it up to A, I think. I think it has really good damage. It's just... I don't want to go for that when you have Max Mix Vortex here. Getting constant lucky strikes and getting pretty high damage, even comparable to Mario with the escalation belt on. So, I think that's pretty good for all of Luigi's. His attacks just keep going up, up, up. He kind of peaks with Jump Helmet, then goes down a little with Yoo-hoo Cannon, but then brings it back with Max Mix Vortex. With Mario, his shell is actually getting a B because I find it a lot more useful, especially when you know you can hit flying enemies. After I learned to hit flying enemies, I wish I knew about it sooner, because red shell is basically where my snapper killers. So knowing that they hit flying enemies and they're not stuck on the ground like another green shell, I think that gives them a definite edge. But I think Mario definitely goes down a little bit with Hatch Me If You Can. I think Hatch Me If You Can I liked because it gave Mario a wide attack range, but it just sort of got diminished a little bit because of doing a Let's Play and getting the lag, I guess. And like not being as fast as I was when I played it on my own time. So it kind of minimized the Catch Me If You Can. I really wish I was good for Mario, but yeah. Bomb Derby. Another S. I think this is one of his best. Actually, I think both these are his best. Bomb Derby and Clock Out Blow. He peaks with those two. I think especially because it gives them better. Bomb Derby gives them better overall damage, or I guess AoE damage, while Clock Out Blow does a lot of good damage. And I think it's more of a single target damage, single target attack as well. Just you can hit other enemies. So a lot of his, like, he had some lows, some highs, and then some low lows. I think overall Luigi gets the better of the bros attacks, being more of their low damage, but they can pump out good damage, I guess. And that's what I'm going with this. And now give me a second while I set up the next one we're doing. It's going to take me a bit because I have two monitors. So give me a sec. Alright, we have our next round. This is the bosses. Again, we have S, A, B, C, D, F, and don't know / don't remember. But I'm immediately deleting that. I know all these bosses, because we just did the playthrough. Alright, Grumbler. See, he's middle of the road. He's a good first boss. Again, I think my problem is I wish you got the bros attacks before you fought him. And I think Goblik is also the same. A good first boss with the bros attacks to show how powerful they are in that case. 10. 10's sort of a D since he's not really there, I guess. I don't know what to say about 10. Like, I don't think it's a bad boss fight, but I feel like he doesn't really do much. The worst thing he does is bring out Snaptors, so he's not really rememberable all that way. Mega Snaptor. I gotta go A for him. I feel like this is way too high, but he gets points because of something. Yes, I don't like Snaptors, and I think he's a lot easier to counter than his little versions of himself. But the video where I fought him, it was the first one that blew up on my channel, I guess, in a bit. So I love him for that reason. I think he's a really good, at least good introduction to. I don't know why I said introduction. He's good from where he is. Sharp Cask. F. I had stated my reasons on this guy. He is annoying with his box falling mechanic. I wish that the bombs actually dealt damage to him as well. Not like a bunch, just like maybe some to offset the healing that he does. I don't know. I wish he was better. Same goes for his Gloom counterpart as well. Worse overall. I was planning to do more with when we did him, but did not like Sharp Cask. Pipe Gum. Doing him better this time. A rank. I think it's a fun boss. And Gloom Pipe Gum, I'm going to give him a B tier for him because he stepped up the challenge for Pipe Gunk. I just think Pipe Gunk is a very fun challenge, especially when you don't know his gimmick. Because Shun makes it sound like you don't want to immediately switch to another element because it'll just change to that element. But in fact, you want to change them from fire to ice and ice to fire. So, I think they're good. Bowser. Any form of Bowser is a fun time. Especially these two. I think they're the I think they're really good. Especially Gloom Bowser. How it's almost a race against time as well. And you have enough time to do it. But again, it's that moment of dread as well when you finally see Bowser gets gloomed. And you have to fight him, and he just let everything go, and he's going full crazy. I enjoyed Bowser a lot. Great Conductor. I got him an S as well. Even though he's kind of like a jokey boss fight, he's a fun boss fight and actually tests you on how well are you looking at the bros when they're doing their idle animations stuff. I think it was fun. Sentient Corpse. B as well. I really thought I was going to take longer with them, but did not. They're a good, fun boss fight, and especially when they're just them being themselves, and they dogpile on each other, going against each other as well. So half the time, you're not fighting them; they're fighting each other. And of course, that whole you can basically block their final attack with Protect Us if you have it. So Zacket. Zacket, I think, is kind of in the middle of the road for me. He definitely did well as a boss fight. It's just and him taking from other bosses as well, like the Cacletta arm raise for lightning. It's just Socket. He's built up as the final antagonist, and when you do get the boss, he is final boss worthy. But I don't know. Zacket, I think it's good. It's just he could be better. Gloom Grumbler. What's going on? There we go. He's going for C. Again, it's just the first boss coming back gloomed. Didn't think much changed, and I don't think much changed about this time as well. I mean, it's great that I didn't have to redo the boss again. Because, yeah, if you don't remember, I had to redo the first boss just because one of the bros died. Also, while I was thinking about Grumbler, I thought about Zacket and was like, he's a good boss, I guess. Gloom Goblet. D. This is why you get an ad blocker, I guess. To me, Gloom Goblet's going to go in D. Not a big fan of him. Especially when he's unlocked. And especially how long you have to wait for him to actually do him right and not, get bodied. And all the reclusive forms. I'm having trouble with Weeping Reclusa. Alright. Weeping Reclusa, I think, is just a extended form of the first Reclusa, so I'm counting that as well. And I think it's better once you know the truth of what you need to do for them. And he's a fun boss, and he's also a memory boss as well. I think it's just a cool set piece to also look at as well. I think that's what's really saving him, is that he's cool looking. Weeping Reclusa is cool looking. Reclusa Weeping Core. You saw how much I struggled. How it basically turned to me just surviving as well. Also, that mechanic of do 2 bros attacks on him and he basically stops you in your tracks. Not exactly fun, but And Reclusa himself, I think it's just a good boss fight in general. Of course, I did have that part at the end where I basically just kept, again, healing up, never doing damage to him. But again, I think he finishes out perfectly. And I think he's, again, a real good character. So, yeah. There's my tier list for the bosses. And now I will set up the second to last one. Well, the last one that I'm going to do. And you'll see. Next we have the islands. Oh boy. This time we have S, A, B, C, and D. And immediately, Marigo. And Bullfish, go in D. You already know my complaints about them. Marigo was when I felt like I was being really bored with the game. Because you didn't have any other bros attacks besides the shells, and I felt like that's what you were doing most of the time. And the second part of Bullfish really did not need to be there. Not exactly fun. Ship Shape, it's going to get that S. It's the hub town. It's where you go to relax. So I think it's really good. Rumbla, going to give it A. Good start in Island. Good place to return to after you've done a bunch of stuff. And I just think it's a really nice starting island to get you out on your adventure. Twisty. And also Rainforest in a sense. Twisty is C and Rainforest is B. Twisty kind of loses points for me because it has Groove Master Diode. And I really started to hate that dancing minigame. After a while, it just got boring and just kept getting repetitive. While Rainforest, I think it's just fine as it is. I wish you got to do some stuff on it sooner, but then again, that's something I complain about a lot, like the waiting. Floral. See, it's kind of forgettable. You get a rhythm minigame on there. Nothing else. It's one of the sources you get for the flower crown, but meh. It's forgettable. The Great Lighthouses. I'm going to do them all kind of together since I think they're all kind of the same. I think the best out of all of them is the Goldrock Sea Lighthouse. I think it's the best out of all of them because that's where you get Gloom Bowser, that fun boss. Colorful Sea, it's going to be the worst of them because again, Sharp Cask. Think the lush green will get A, and Burning Sea will get A. I think a lot of them have to do with their boss fights, and also I just remembered that Colorful Sea is not only where you fight Shark Cask first, but also where you do the stealth section, and that part can be a bit of a problem. So, but a lot of them I think do go up. I think Colorful Sea is the worst, but they do end on peak. Desolate. It's C. Actually B, because you get to meet the Idle Kids. I think the Idle Kids are really saving it for there. A lot of coins A. It was fun. And especially getting the Bros Ball finally there as well. And especially before that, you get All Sand. Which, by the way, All Sand gets a C for me. Even though I think it's a good reference to Partners in Time because you immediately go to a desert after getting Bros Ball. Just having to wait until you get the Bros Ball upgrade to complete everything kind of sours it a little bit, in my opinion. Heat Freeze. B. I think it's not too special, not too great. I do dislike how you basically had to wait until you got attacked by Bowser in order to get the last power-up when they could have given you that earlier, but hey, what do I know? I think it was still fun to just see, like, the place that Bernadetta and Chillium really cared about. And again, going back to see their wedding on there, and how it is basically a reference to them, the merging of hot and cold. Now, Bernadetta and Chillium's home. Slipping Glide and Scorchin. I almost forgot the name. I think I put them both in A. I wish they kind of... I wish they came up a little sooner. But I'm actually going to move Slipping Glide down because it feels like they want you to go to Scorchin first, but it's left up to you if you want to go to Scorchin or Slipping Glide first. When objectively the best choice is Scorchin, so you get the vacuum upgrade. So, and Slipping Glide you get the ball upgrade, which will allow you to get everything on Desolate, but off and on. It's kind of low for me. C tier. I think basically because off and on just has that problem where it's the sprite bulb. I think that's what's really causing problems for me. I do enjoy Buddy and how you get to see Bowser and Bowser Jr. and Buddy's relationship on off and on. And how it kind of grows to them actually being like, hey, we're friends no matter what. But those sprite bulbs, like, I wish you kind of got them earlier and didn't have to wait. But, Way as Bowser's Castle. Bowser's always a fun character. And I think it was a good idea to have Bowser just make another castle on Concordia as well. And beat it on Way Away. And just the puzzle getting Way Away. I had a really fun time, even though I had to traverse that place like a million times. Fortress Zakid. Hey, I enjoyed it. I think it was good to have it. I think it was such a good island, they reused it for the Solid Tree as well, you know? But I enjoyed it. I love the fake out where you get to see like the Zakid boss gate as well. Anticipating you're going to fight Zakid, but then you fight Gloom Bowser with it as well up there. Really good. Great Conductor Island S as well. Returning to the tutorial and finally doing what you couldn't at the beginning, because now you got both bros there. I think it was just a fun idea to just bring back the tutorial island and just actually continue it. And of course that's where you get the great conductor equipment after your mandatory second visit. Which again, that's what I gave Luigi and was really helpful, so yeah. Jellyfish Island. Be fine, I guess. I enjoyed its atmosphere. Did not like how it had basically the hardest of the dancing minigames, but I can get past that for the atmosphere of it alone. And the Solid Tree. I want to give it a D, but it's a C for me. I enjoyed like a lot of the puzzles there as well, and especially finding the hidden Grampy Turnip room as well. I think it was good, and again, they mix elements of Fortress Zakid because it's literally Fortress Zakid in a tree. So I think they knew they had a good design with Fortress Zakid and just reused a lot of it for the Solid Tree. Even though I dislike that, again, the enemies in there are so few, I guess. You have the bros attacks, you guys know. And now there was one final one I was going to do, but to be honest, I don't see a point in it. These battle plugs, if you guys saw the LP Let's Play, you know which ones I like. You know which ones I don't like. I'm not exactly thrilled on bros attacks. You guys know my beef with the battle plugs. I wish that some of them worked with bros attacks. But other than that, they're fine. They're all fine, I guess. Again, you guys know which ones I used. I'm surprised they don't have the Seeded Lights plug. I guess they didn't know about it. Like the Seeded Lights plug, that'll definitely get an S rank. But and a few others will get S, but if you guys saw the LP, you know which ones I used the most. So, yeah. And thank you guys for watching this if you guys did. If you didn't, that's completely fine. This was sort of like a little fun thing to do at the end of our Mario and Luigi Brothership playthrough. And, keep an eye out for Monday where I say, let's go on our next adventure. If you enjoyed this, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.